my first cycle was test only.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it, I believe, for 24 weeks.
Just test for 24 weeks. That's a whole 6 months.
24 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is, so we do it. We do it a little bit different.
And it's not a little bit different for us. It's totally different.
So I don't know, like, for the longest amount of time, I've heard, people come off cycles and whatnot. And for me, as somebody who takes this thing seriously, somebody who's a competitive bodybuilder and a coach as well, I don't see the reasoning of coming off.
Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to another episode of Rahib podcast, Things They Don't Want Us to Know. आज हमारे साथ जो गेस्ट हैं ये पाकिस्तानी ओरिजिनेटेड रिजाइडिंग इन यूके शामिल राहिब. ही इज़ अ कम्पिटिटिव बॉडी बिल्डर. पिछले 16 साल से यूके में रिजाइड कर रहे हैं. इन्होंने काफ़ी कॉम्पिटिशन्स लड़े हैं और बिल्कुल रिसेंटली ही बिकेम West Midland champion in 2025. So he has a lot of achievements as far as we can discuss. So फौरन आते हैं राहिब की तरफ. अस्सलाम वालेकुम राहिब, कैसे हैं आप?
Walaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, brother. Alhamdulillah. I'm well. How are you?
I'm perfectly fine. So how it's been like? What's the season there? We can see that it's like a bit winters there in UK.
Just today. आज ही कल तक बहुत गर्मी थी. कल तक the temperature was between 19-20, which is a lot for us.
Okay.
But today it's been raining. Since midday, 11-12 बजे से थोड़ी बारिश वगैरह शुरू हुई है. That's why I got the hoodie on and everything. I like being cozy, like being warm.
Yeah, that's good.
But this is much better because जब यहाँ पर रात को गर्मी होती है ना 19-20, bro, you can't sleep.
Okay.
You can't sleep.
Okay, so
you need to have the fans, you need to have the AC, the humidifier, because the structure that's such in the houses in the UK that. It gets uncomfortable, especially if you're a bodybuilder, especially because you're eating and you got this. It's not ideal for sleeping.
Okay, perfect. Well, here it's normal to have any temperature between 35 to 40 degrees, and this is what the actual temperature and the feels like is 4 to 5 degrees above. So yeah.
I know, bro. I know. I've lived that life. I was born in Karachi and I'm originally from Sindh. So I have felt the 48-50 degree temperatures when I was younger, of course.
Wow, that's good. Okay, so Rahib, coming directly to we have a lot of questions from you. What happened is that when we announced on our platforms that we are going to have an international competitive bodybuilder coming to our podcast, so we have a lot of questions that there are some which we designed for ourselves and there are some that we got from the audience. So I'll just start like raining questions to you. Okay, so first of all, we need to know about your story. Like you said, you're from Sindh, Karachi, born and raised in Karachi, and then you moved to UK. And so from how long are you doing this competitive bodybuilding, and like what's the scene there?
Competitive bodybuilding, well, I've been into training since I was younger, since like 2010 and whatnot. Since then, I've been lifting weights.
Oh, perfect.
And I never really thought of being competitive until we got out of COVID. So just saying, COVID se baad aaye, and I was in between things. Before that, I had like food businesses and everything. So I was working and, had some restaurants, takeaways, whatnot in the UK. And after COVID, everything got locked down. And after coming out from COVID, and during all that time, of course, I've been training all my life, but I never really thought of being competitive at bodybuilding. But yeah, after COVID, when we came out, I was like, okay, I'm going to start pursuing this. So I had to relearn everything.
Okay.
Relearn everything, like how to eat like a bodybuilder, how to train like a bodybuilder. Everything was like really, really functional. So for 2 years, I prepped myself, and yeah, this was my first season in competing. And alhamdulillah, I placed first in men's novice. I placed first in men's classic physique.
Perfect.
And I placed third in men's open, because जब मैंने बॉडी बिल्डिंग शुरू करी थी तो मेरा पर्सनल फेवरेट है ओपन.
Oh yes.
But I'm not that big enough, and my weight cap is 84 kilos.
Okay.
In classic physique. So like bola ke yaar, because I have like a narrow waist and I had the perfect structure. I went for the classic physique. That was my aim. But I also like just to test the waters. Yeah, how do I look next to these big monsters? I placed third there as well, so which was really, really humbling because the guys next to me had at least 15, 20 kilos more muscle.
Yeah, true.
In the same height. Yeah, so that was kind of humbling.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun this year, and with that being said, I prepped myself. So when I was younger, this is like 2014, 2015. So I've been training for like 2 to 3 years. And initially, when you get into the gym, your first 2, 3, 4 years, you think like, I know it all now. I'm the big man.
Yeah.
And then later on, I learned. So in the UK, there was like all of these personal training programs going on. And back in that time, I was young, and so I didn't have enough money to hire a personal trainer. So I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So I went and enrolled myself into this funded government program, which was paid by the British government. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
And I learned, and I got qualified as a personal trainer back in 2015, 16, something like that. But I never really pursued it. I wanted to learn because I didn't have enough money to basically hire a personal trainer. Back then, the personal trainer was costing like £30 an hour.
That's so much.
I'm young. I'm like, £30 an hour. That's. Well, in the PT thing, I did not learn as much. So qualification is the qualification, but what I learned mostly was from YouTube, was from Reddit.
Yes.
All of these forums, everything. I went through everything. But after COVID, I started working with a coach. He taught me quite a bit, of course. He was one of the local guys here. He competed in many, many shows, of course. He's a big boy. And... but this prep, I did it by myself because I had all the experience. I had, all of that. I did it by myself. I had no coach. I should have hired a posing coach because my posing is something I always was been shy of because I'm a very, very introverted person myself all my life. So bodybuilding was like, guys, I'm shy होते हो या जब introvert type के बंदे होते हो, you don't come out as much. So bodybuilding and especially getting on the stage was like, it's a big shift.
Yeah,
big shift.
True.
Yeah,
so
it was fun. It was really, really fun. You go on the stage and there's like 100+ people watching you and clapping for you, and you have to pose and you have to do this.
Yeah, that's the adrenaline. Adrenaline that boosts.
You get a different level of dopamine.
Yeah, true. That's so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rahib, please do continue.
Yeah, so I won the Midland Championship. That was about 5-6 weeks ago, roughly. It was on the 14th. No, it was on the 12th of last month.
July. Okay.
So very, very recent.
So you must be in pretty good shape right now.
Reasonable. Yeah. I try to maintain it as much as I can, and I qualified for the British Nationals.
Oh, that's great. So just to understand this process, so this Midland Championship and now coming towards the British National, is this your way to the pro card thing, or is this okay? So the British Nationals are pro card?
If you win the British Nationals, you can get yourself a pro card, sure.
Oh, perfect. So the British Nationals is at like insane level, so that if you win that, you just get a pro card. That's big thing.
Yeah, you become the British champion in so you have the amateur leagues and you have the pro leagues. So these are the amateur leagues. Once you qualify to the British Nationals, of course, and after that, you're well likely on your way ahead to getting a pro card. But it's very, very different. So you can be very, very dominant in the amateur league, but once you so it's mentally, this is how you say it. You could be at the top of the league in the amateur rankings.
Okay.
But once you get to that pro level, you basically have to start from zero.
Okay.
Because the pros have been there.
Yeah.
The pros have been there. So there's a lot more, maturity, muscle maturity, whatever. So you basically start from zero as a pro again. So that's something you have to mentally combat with. But this year, I'm not going for the British finals. I'm going to skip that. I need some time off.
Okay.
Probably next year.
Perfect.
Maybe
Inshallah.
the year after. Yeah,
Inshallah.
I need a bit more. The focus is shift. I need to work on myself a little bit more. Yeah, look good. Yeah, sure, good enough to be up there in the British finals. But I think a lot more work needs to be done. A lot more work on my posing needs to be done. Business needs to be handled. Family responsibilities.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that all comes with
everything.
it's part and parcel of bodybuilding. It's not just a sport. We have to manage all the things by the sideline as well. Okay, so
You have to.
you just mentioned that you did like you this competition was your self prep thing. You managed
Yes.
all your
Yes.
diet, your other things as well. So
100%, everything.
so just for the sake of having clarity on this, as we discussed before, for the viewers, I will be asking our direct questions. Are you a steroid user or are you a natural athlete?
No, I'm not natural. No. I haven't been natural since I turned 30.
Okay, so as you said, it's been like 4 years since you are using steroids?
Roughly, yeah, 4 years, yeah.
Okay, so when we say, just for another clarity of the audience, what usually happens is that in our region, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, we think that there are some certain physiques that can be achieved or cannot be achieved using like without using steroids. Like very recently, you are well aware of the social media fact that Hussain Farhat, one of the big influencers of Instagram, he also turned out to be a fake natty. Yeah, a Canadian. Yeah.
I heard. He's like Greg Doucette athlete.
Exactly.
Huge fan of Greg Doucette.
No doubt.
Not a big fan of Farhat because there was always some speculations. That's my personal opinion. I was like, because I've been training, when I was younger as well. And, for what it's worth, I did achieve single-digit body fat. I have pictures to prove it, going back 2013, 2014.
Okay.
Yes, I was lean, but, my muscle wasn't as popping. My muscle wasn't as dense. And there's a whole bunch of things now. Okay, so one can say, okay, are you using steroids? Somebody else is using steroids. But there's so many things nowadays, especially in the Western world. You have all these peptides. You have so many variety of things. And if you have access to money, like somebody like Farhat has, just millions and millions of pounds or dollars,
yeah,
you can achieve without using steroids. You can use growth hormone. You can use so many other peptides. For cutting, there's like SNUPPs, there's IGF-1, and these are technically not steroids because it's a chain of amino acids, which will create a peptide.
Oh, okay,
and
that's neat.
You can pass it through water.
Oh, wow. So you can use these.
Yeah.
And these are not considered as your, like, this doesn't include in steroid cycle? It doesn't affect your testosterone?
No.
Oh, wow.
So if you use GH,
Okay.
GH has got nothing to do with testosterone.
Nothing to do. No, it's an hormone, right? It's growth hormone. So it has something to do with your pituitary glands and all your other hormone cycle, right?
Yeah, sure. But it's got nothing to do with your testosterone. It's not going to shake you off. Same thing is enclomiphene or Clomid, which people use during post-cycle therapy.
PCT, yeah.
So you can, somebody can take that, and it's not going to shut you down naturally, but it will enhance whatever your capabilities are of making testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do, and plus, like, even pass the test. There are so many advanced coaches. If you're using something like NPP or DECA, that may remain in your system for prolonged time. But if you use just like test prop or some other compounds, there are coaches who will help you flesh it out. Just at these couple of shows I was competing here in the UK, and this is in the amateur ranks. If you go look up PCA is one of the bodybuilding federations here.
Okay.
There was 2 people, and this is like this season, so going back 2-3 months, if that, there was at least 2 people who got done for competing in natural shows while failing the test afterwards. You can look it up. Yeah, I don't remember the details of it, but yeah, people do that shit all the time, bro.
Means they get cleared for the competition, they play the competition, and then afterwards they are tested positive for these things.
For anabolics, yeah. This last guy, I believe he got tested for Clen and maybe Winstrol.
Clen isn't
sure.
Clen isn't a steroid.
Technically, no. It
Yeah.
started as a medication for people with asthma, but the downside is that it will, enhance your lung capacity, enhance your heart rate, which help you burning fat. It's not a steroid, but it's banned in the natural competitions.
Okay, it's also
a
banned.
performance- Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rahib, this is like we we dig deep here. So, like, tell me for the sake of the audience, like, if you want to achieve a certain physique, like, I'll just, for the sake of discussion right now, I'll just exclude the SARMs or peptides also. I'll consider this also as a part of the anabolic cycle, just for the sake of discussion.
Sure.
So if you want to be a totally natural athlete, like you just consume supplements as whey, fish oils and creatine and all that stuff, pre-workouts and post-workout things. So what type of physique can you achieve naturally? What percentage of body fat can you achieve naturally without even going towards any hormones, any peptides, just naturally?
I'd say if you put in 3 to 5 years of natural lifting, 100% diet and everything, it depends on your genetic limitations on how much weight you can gain. But I would assume, this is for me in person, right? I believe 75 to 78 kilos with single digit body fat or at least 10% body fat. But that depends on your age as well.
Okay.
So I was 22, 23. So that's like peak hormone age.
Yeah, true.
For a man. I would say, you can get to 10% body fat.
Okay, so naturally you can attain 10% body fat, like, and then does body type matters here too? Like, for example, if someone is an mesomorph, it gets muscle fats very easily on all over the body. Someone is an endomorph.
Genetics matter.
Genetics matter.
Genetics 100% matter. Genetics matter. Your discipline matters. Your food matters. But genetics, play a huge role. Naturally, I've been blessed, to have like broad shoulders and whatnot. So I've been blessed with that. And after that, it was just work. It was just a whole bunch of work, which I put in for years and years.
Okay, so for all the natural athletes out there who are not, I would say, wealthy enough to purchase stuff and other peptides, or someone who is very well health conscious in this respect, so they can achieve 10, 9, 10, 11% body fat. I guess anything less than 12 to 13 gives you a visible six-pack abs. So that is, I guess, a good number.
That depends on your body structure. That depends on on your overall, if you have a V-taper or whatnot, if you have broad shoulders or whatnot. Abs is like the least of the worries when it comes to being a competitive bodybuilder. You want to have a good back. You want to have strong legs.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't want to get on the stage, don't get on the sauce. There's no need for you to get on the gear or whatever. There's no need for it.
Basically, what
healthy, eat clean.
Yeah, what I meant by asking this is that the worst part to get rid of your fat is your belly, is your lower belly area. So so if you are at 11, 12, 13% body fat, 10% body fat. So as far as I am, I wouldn't say I haven't reached that yet in my life, but still.
Sure.
I believe I've been to 17, 18% and I got visible 4 upper packs. Like, it wasn't that visible, but still it were good. So I feel if you are between 10 to 12, 13% body fat, so all your the sticky part of your fat or the bulky part of your fat gets rid of. So that 10-11%, so that 10-11% is more sort of the distributed fat all over the body, or the visceral fat of the organs. So I guess at that percentage you see your abs. So you are more sort of a leaner guy.
It depends on your body weight as well. So if you happen to be 60, 70 kilos, it's kind of easier to see it.
Yeah, true.
So that's number one. Number two, you have to realize, okay, biology, why is body fat here? We got all your internal organs here.
Yeah, true.
All the vital organs are here. So your body's meant for protection.
Yeah.
Naturally, it's not going to let you go below a certain percentage, no matter what the fuck you try.
True.
You can think, I want to do this, but your body has a brain of its own.
Yeah.
Your body's main source or main purpose is to protect itself. It's not going to listen to you. And this is something I have noticed in prep, when I'm dieting and I'm like 4 weeks out or whatnot, I'm sweating at night and I'm waking up because my cortisol's throwing off and I'm going hypo at 3 o'clock in the morning and I have to wake up. It's because your body's sending this signal like, motherfucker, I'm about to go.
Yeah.
You need to feed me right now. So when you go through these stages, you understand the human body a little bit more. And for naturally, I would say, and this is like a bodybuilder in me speaking. If you're a man and if you go above 15% body fat, you need to check it. You need to get back on the diet. You should not be going more, because that's where a male body operates really good. This is my opinion, and I've experienced this across many clients I've had. Ideally, you want to be in that 10 to 15 ratio. For some people, it may be 15. For some people, it may be 10. For me, I've realized that, if I'm at between 8 to 10% body fat, considering I'm not natural, but for me, that's where I function really good. Like my mood is good, my sleep is good, I'm functioning better, I'm performing better, I'm more confident. So internally and externally, I function way better in that 8 to 10%. And that's individual. That's individual. You're not gonna know until you get there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you have to go through it to know what suits best for you.
Yeah, you have to go through it. You have to feel it, and you have to taste it. You have to live with it to realize that, okay, you know what? This is where I feel good. So one can be like, okay, I'm 15% and I feel really great. Yeah, but you haven't been to 10%. Once you go to 10%, you may feel better.
Yeah,
you may feel worse. Yeah. So we don't. Yeah, it's very individual.
True. Okay, so when it comes to professional bodybuilding or competitive bodybuilding, as we say these words, so usually you are on cycles all over the year, or is it on off, like depending on your competitions and all?
It goes up and down, so there's no on off.
Okay.
This is me.
Okay.
This is me in person. I don't come off. So when I started running gear, at age 30, my first cycle was test only, and I did it, I believe, for 24 weeks.
Just test for 24 weeks? That's a whole 6 months.
24 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is so we do it here. We do it a little bit different. And
it's not a little bit different for us. It's totally different.
So I don't know, for the longest amount of time, I've heard, people come off cycles and whatnot. And for me, as somebody who takes this thing seriously, somebody who's a competitive bodybuilder and a coach as well, I don't see the reasoning of coming off.
Okay, so practically, just for the sake of having audience understand this, you are on a proper TRT, or so
right now I'm on,
Right now you're on TRT?
Yeah. Yes. So I take 200 every week.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, so for all the
blasted.
Yeah, so for all the viewers out there, TRT is basically a testosterone replacement therapy, or this is the part where your body naturally fails to produce its own testosterone. So you are permanently on on a replacement therapy in which externally you inject testosterone for your body to for all your bodily functions to have it done in a proper way, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, plus you feel better.
Yeah, it is.
Plus
it is.
Yeah. You feel better.
For us, it's very difficult to we have to sleep better. We have to take magnesium. We have to do this, to that for have a good testosterone. And for you guys, I wouldn't say it's easy as a pie, but still you have an external way to make your body look well.
Yeah. It comes with its own challenges, of course. But I'll tell you from the start, right? So when I turned 30, that's when I started doing my first cycle.
Okay.
The first cycle, as I said, was about 24 weeks, and it was one shot of so that'd be 1 mil. I believe it was test 300. Yeah, so that was one every 5 days. So
okay.
I'd do a shot of 1 mil every 5 days, and that lasted for 24 weeks. After that, I came off. But then, obviously, I wanted to compete, I wanted to, get in a better shape, whatever. So I did a few more cycles. Second cycle after as well, I came off it and I did my blood work and everything. But after that, I was like, well, I don't see the point. I don't see the point of coming off. So, okay, so if I'm off season, let's say, I come off everything. I may come off for like 4 to 6 weeks, like totally. But after that, I will taper it again. I was like, okay, I'll put it back in, and then I'll taper it up or taper it down. It depends. It depends what I want to do. And as I don't work with a coach, so I make my own choices and I make my own decisions, and I'm educated enough to, like, you know, handle it accordingly. And of course, there's blood works involved. Blood work's definitely important because you need to know.
Yeah.
You cannot go on how you feel really, because, okay, with the testosterone as well, you have to manage your estrogen, you have to manage your estradiol, you have to manage your prolactin, all of that. And, you know, they come with this own things. But anybody who's considering to get on gear, I'll tell you this, and this is from experience, there's no such thing as one cycle.
There's no such thing as?
One cycle. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no such thing as one cycle.
Perfect.
It does not make sense, right? So, okay, you do this one cycle, you get all these gains. What happens after? I come off and I keep it. No, bro, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
And I'll explain this. So you eat clean, you diet hard, you get to your whatever body fat. You've done a 3-month diet, 12 weeks, whatever. And then you go back to normal eating. What do you think happens? Your body goes back to normal.
Yeah, true.
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with gear. So
Okay.
once you get on